Hello and welcome to Storm Raven Studios. In this video, we're starting a Deathwing army. So, I want to start a Deathwing army, so I'm going to start a video series all about building, painting, playing this army from start to finish. And what I'm going to do each week is let you guys know how much time I've spent painting, building this army, so you can get a rough idea of how long it'll take you to actually build an army from start to finish. Okay, so to start off with, what I've done is start at the beginning, which was to do an army list. The army list works out to be just under 4,000 points, which is huge. I didn't realize it'd be that much. Okay, it took me about an hour to sort out the army list. The models that are going to be in this army are obviously there's going to be Deathwing Terminators. I've got 8 units of those. I've got 2 Land Raiders. I've got 2 Dreadnoughts. And then I've got obviously the character models to go with that. I'm going to have a Captain. I'm going to have a Librarian. I'm going to have a Chaplain. I'm going to have one of the special characters. And then I'm going to have 2 other models I'm going to make up. One's going to be a Strike Master, an extra Strike Master. And the other one is going to be either a Strike Master or a Captain, but a different loadout for the Captain depending on what I want to take. So one Captain is going to be more of a shooting Captain, the other Captain or a Strike Master is going to be more close combat. Okay, so that's the beginning of it. So start off with army list, 1 hour. Next on the list was some simple conversions on some weapons. Again, that took me about an hour. I've made 2 combi weapons, plasma guns and bolters. These were taken from Cromlech's resin kits, and basically I've just joined those together, used some guitar wire for some pipes. I wanted these to look a little bit more older than kind of like standard weapons, hence the pipes. Quite like the look of the plasma guns from the Cromlech set, and obviously the drum mounted bolters are really cool as well, and they fit together quite nicely. So again, that took me about 60 minutes to do those. Next section was gluing some magnets onto some bases. So there's 2 Dreadnought bases, 8 small bases for the Watchers in the Dark, and then there's 46 Terminator bases. So I've done these first purely because if you've ever magnetized bases before, sometimes they can be a little bit of a pain to get these on. So it's a lot easier to do with nothing on the base. It makes it a lot easier, a lot simpler, okay? And then next up was the bases themselves. I've done the 2 Dreadnoughts bases. What I'm doing with these is using brown stuff and a roller from Green Stuff World, because I want to make these look a little bit more like they're in a Space Hulk rather than sort of grassy battlefield. I will go into more detail with how I did this, but there's those 3. I've made 2 for Dreadnoughts and just done 1 disc to fit on the Chaplin's base. So those took me to do that about 2 hours, I think. So the first models I've glued up, one was a Venerable Dreadnought, las cannon, and obviously a power fist. I've done that because there's not really a huge amount of high strength weapons in the army, so put las cannon on that dude. And then the next one is going to be my Chaplain. So there's not a great range of Chaplain Terminator armor, so I've kit bashed this dude. I'm going to do a separate video on how I did that, but obviously you can see one of the combi weapons I made. Lots of brown stuff for the cloak he's got on, and obviously we kit bashed quite a lot of bits for this. Like I said, I'll do a separate video on that dude as well. And lastly, is my Dreadnought that I did from Forge World. So this guy's a bit of a beast. Took quite a while to actually build this. This took about 400 minutes. So the reason it took so long is because I've magnetized everything on him. As you can see here, just taking the arms off. I've even magnetized the legs and then just magnetized those underslung weapons. Obviously, with Forge World being so expensive, wanted to have the options for different weapons. I don't think I'll ever field more than one of these at a time. So it just gives me a lot more flexibility when it comes to this. And again, I'm going to do a video in the future about magnetizing this dude. But there you can see him in all his glory. So week one is done. It's taken me 21 and a half hours to get to this stage at the moment. Making the list took me 1 hour. Chopping up bits for the chaplain took me an hour. The combi weapons took me 2 hours. Building the Forge World Dreadnought took me 5 hours. Building the Venerable Dreadnought took me an hour and a half. Magnetizing all the bases took me 2 hours. Brown stuffing everything took me 3 hours. And the chaplain in total took me 6 hours. Okay. So that does it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. Subscribe and hit the bell to keep up to date with this army, as I will be doing week by week. Some of this will have painting videos in, etc. This week, because I'm going to do individual videos for a lot of what I've done. Just a bit more of a show and tell. Happy gaming, guys, and I will speak to you all soon.